millions of shoppers getting up before dawn to start spending.
What once was a mecca of entertainment and a symbol of the idealized American dream, the mall is slowly deteriorating into a relic of the past. A place where families shopped, ate, saw movies, and even exercised all in the same building is quickly coming to an end. As of 2022, the number of malls has decreased from 2,500 in the 1980s to just 700 today. Wall Street Journal predicts in 10 years, there will only be 150 malls left. There are many different reasons for the decline of malls that will be covered, ranging from a retail apocalypse as a result of the recession of 2008, from outdated designs and malls being stripped of what made them popular in the first place, to the rise of e-commerce companies such as Amazon taking over the need for physical shopping.
Some of you may find this incredible. The shopping mall as we know it may become extinct in the next decade.
Following World War II, substantial increase in the number of people raising a family grew, along with residential suburban housing. There needed to be a place that aligned with the vast growth in suburban communities that added an aspect of gathering and centralization. The first shopping center was opened in Edina, Minnesota in 1956. This created a deep interest from investors to spread this model countrywide. Following the development of the first mall, clones of that mall started to pop up everywhere, and they didn't have much to offer besides a few stores and a food court. From 1970 to 2000, 750 malls were built. By 2008, it jumped to 1,100, many of which were already greatly struggling to turn a profit. It's widely spread that the main culprit responsible for the downfall of malls is online shopping, but that's not entirely true, as malls have been in trouble for some time now. Theory 1. The retail apocalypse. A dead mall or zombie mall is a term for a shopping mall with a high vacancy rate or very low consumer foot traffic. Malls are typically considered dead when they lose their anchor stores, as there's no main attraction for getting people to the mall. The loss of these anchor stores led to the downfall of the smaller stores due to heavily decreased foot traffic. In 2008, the US was hit by a crippling recession. This led consumers to spend considerably less, and what they did spend was primarily in an online capacity. This would lead to what many would call zombie malls, which struggled heavily to stay open. A retail apocalypse that started in the 2010s made the dead mall situation more noticeable due to the closing of several retailers, as well as anchor tenants Macy's and JCPenney closing many locations, and a sharp decline in Sears holdings. The trend was particularly noticeable when Pittsburgh Mills, a mall once worth as much as $190 million, was sold at a foreclosure sale for $100, with the mall being purchased by Wells Fargo. It's also observed that people don't view malls as fun or entertaining as they used to. There are many more options for in-person shopping and entertainment outside of malls than there used to be. Theory 2. Outdated design. With these big-name retail attractions going out of business, It led malls scrambling to fill the empty space that was left. If one of the smaller stores within the mall either leaves the mall or goes out of business, it is much easier to bring in a smaller brand that requires less retail space to replace the large retail store. This isn't just apparent in the United States. Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia are seeing similar patterns where large retail stores are closing, which is leading to the downfall of the smaller stores within the mall. When malls are unable to fill the space left by out-of-business retail stores like Macy's, Sears, and JCPenney, it makes the mall look unattractive and drives down the appeal to the mall. The malls which are particularly struggling are the cookie-cutter layout malls, which mainly came around in the 1970s to the 1990s. There is a growing divide between luxury malls and basic malls, which causes more strain on the basic malls struggling to find their footing. Most malls are no longer considered a centralized, all-inclusive entertainment center. Malls generally haven't updated their model, which cannot keep up with the newer trends such as modern trail plaza spaces and outlet villages. The indoor mall format was declared obsolete by Newsweek in 2007, which was a harsh hit right before the upcoming economic impact of 2008. While shopping malls have been on the decline for a long time now, the mall's biggest enemies, the so-called big box killers, along with e-commerce, might put the final nail in its coffin. Theory 3. The retail killers. In the US and Canada, stores referred to as big box killers like Walmart, Best Buy, and Target have brought a lot of attention away from malls. These types of buildings are often a standalone store rather than being an anchor store for a mall. Fast fashion has also played a major role. This model is where online retailers focus solely on selling the current fashion trends at the lowest price possible. This beats the old model of buying more expensive stuff from malls which will soon go out of date. People want to stay in fashion as quickly and cheaply as possible. As our increased usage of technology grows, so does the number of people who turn to their phones to do the majority of their shopping. During the 2022 Thanksgiving weekend, the biggest shopping holiday of the year, 4 out of the 5 days surrounding Black Friday had online shoppers surpass in-store shoppers, including Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Black Friday was previously a major time for malls to see a substantial increase in foot traffic. The inclusion of holidays such as Cyber Monday and Prime Days have aided in the growing usage of online shopping as compared to shopping in person at the mall. Growing services from Amazon and other e-commerce conglomerates which offer 2-day free shipping for most areas are making it harder to justify going to malls and paying full price for items. As foot traffic decreases, it is making it harder and harder for mall owners to keep the lights on due to the steep decreases in profit. Malls attempting to survive are trying to reinvent themselves as premium luxury-based centers. They are adding things such as fitness and wellness areas, microbreweries and pubs, and even medical clinics. Malls that are able to house luxury brands such as Nordstrom, Apple, and Lululemon are the main ones keeping themselves afloat. Multi-million-dollar expansion deals are going on to add premium entertainment aspects to malls to try and compete with the growing usage of online shopping. What are your thoughts on the mall situation? Have you found yourself going to malls less and less over the years? What changes do malls have to make in order to keep your interest in them? Comment your thoughts below and let me know where or what to explore next.